The following portion of Daytime Tri-Cities is sponsored by SFG Medicare. Today on Medicare Tips with Andrew Price, we're going to be talking about how to know if you should go on a Medicare plan. Good morning, Andrew. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
I guess the first question is when can you go on a Medicare plan?
So you go on to Medicare when you turn 65, and then you also qualify for Medicare if you've been on disability for 2 years.
Now, do you have to be, do you have to be drawing Social Security in order to be on Medicare?
No, that's something that people get confused about all the time, because it's kind of connected because you pay for your Medicare out of your Social Security, but you do not have to draw your Social Security to be able to go on Medicare. You do have to pay for Medicare, so you just pay it directly.
Now, if you're still employed and you're offered an insurance policy through your employment, should you go on Medicare?
It depends. Most of the time, Medicare is actually a less expensive and better healthcare option than an employer plan. So a lot of times I'll tell people to drop their employer coverage and to go on to Medicare, but that's not always the case. And that's why I sit down with people and kind of, review that with them.
Now, let's say that you're on an employee coverage and you go on Medicare. Is there any kind of penalties associated with that?
No. So if you are working or a spouse is working, then you do not have a penalty for denying your Medicare.
Now, what is the best option between employee coverage and Medicare coverage?
So usually if you have employer coverage, then I would recommend denying your Part B because that has a monthly cost. But if your Medicare plan is going to be a better, less expensive option, then you can actually drop your employer coverage, keep on working, and just have your health coverage through Medicare.
Now, what about our veterans that may be going to the VA or have TRICARE as their coverage?
So that's very exciting. Yes. So over the past couple years, there has actually been Medicare plans that have come out that are specially designed for veterans that go to the VA, and then also for people that have TRICARE for life. And so it's very important that they look into their options because they didn't have options in the past, and they really do now.
Now, you've been serving the people of the Tri-Cities for 15 years. We've been here for 15 years. You've been doing this for 15 years. But do you charge fees for folks to handle this? No,
I don't. Yeah. And so Medicare is very confusing, and I'm very glad that I don't have to charge fees. I actually get paid by the insurance companies when I set up plans. So for everything that I do, whether we actually do anything or not, I never charge any fees at all.
And you were always holding these educational seminars. Tell us about the seminars you have coming up.
All right, so in September, I actually have 3 seminars. I have one in Johnson City, I have one in Elizabethton, and then I have one in Greenville coming up towards the end of the month.
All right. And what happens during these seminars? Kind of tell our folks what they can expect when they come to this.
So these are dinner seminars. So I actually provide dinner or lunch, and that's all on me. And we just talk about how Medicare works. So people get bombarded with phone calls, they get bombarded in the mail with all this information, and it's really hard to tell what's really true, what's not true. They talk to their friends, and Medicare's just confusing in general. So I started holding these seminars a few years ago, and it's just a place for people to come and get educated on how Medicare works, and then also to ask those questions that people have with a local person that they can get those answers from.
All right, Andrew, we appreciate you taking some time with us. Folks, those Medicare seminars, he encourages you to RSVP back to those. We got the one up there right now. It's going to be happening in Greenville at the Gondolier Restaurant, September the 23rd at 11:30 a.m. Must RSVP at that number you see on the screen. The preceding portion of Daytime Tri-Cities was sponsored by SFG Medicare.